Hello everyone, I'm the Mole Man and welcome back to Train Simulator. We're at Woking again. We were just at Woking last time, but we have jumped forward 30 years and we're going to be completing the run into Waterloo with this Class 444. Let's get the doors open and we'll get ourselves set up. Yes, I couldn't leave us hanging at Woking. I thought we'd take a train into Waterloo just so we can say we've completed the PDL. So let's get the train set up. And it is, and now we've got to confirm everything up here, get a little tick. I was going to say green tick, it's not a green tick, it's a white tick. No, it's a black tick on a white, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just a tick. How are we doing? Everyone getting on? I hope so. So yes, we're at a very overcast Woking. Got another 455 in front of us there. But yeah, I thought we'd complete the run. This is a Basingstoke to Waterloo service, so we're going to be stopping in this thing. It's good. Got the it's obviously the Armstrong Powerhouse Enhancement Pack, which is very nice. Hopefully we'll actually get on the move shortly. When are we due to leave here? That's a good question. 10:29. Well, about 30 seconds to go then. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Wish your face over going. So yeah, things are going to get laggy as we get towards London probably, but it's the nature of the beast. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I mean, it's after rush hour, so hopefully traffic will be a bit lighter. I guess we'll find out when we're allowed to depart eventually, at least. Come on, people! That's it. I think we're good to go. Yeah. Are we going to get a beep beep as the doors close? Maybe? There it is. And away we go! I love the Desiro motors so much. Although I'm more used to hearing the 700 ones, so the phase change at 20 miles an hour always catches me out, because it happens at 30 miles an hour on the 700s. You'll hear what I mean any second now. There it is. Oh, AI. Express service, probably going to Weymouth. Alright, let's full throttle it. Goodbye 455. So yes, we are doing a stopping service for the rest of this. So we did an express run in the 50 to get to Woking. And usually the 444s would do an express run from either Portsmouth or the South Western Main Line into London. But today we are stopping at Weybridge, Walton-on-Thames, Surbiton, Clapham Junction and London Waterloo. Which isn't too bad. So hopefully we'll stop in all the right places. I'd like to think we can. We'll see what happens. It's very different this, because we were driving a really loud 50 last time, and now we're in just a normal EMU that's got an insulated cab and all that lot. So very different ambiance, but it's very nice. Look at that. Screenshots, I think so. Preferably not in the trees. There we go. Filthy windscreens, look at that. The textures on this are amazing. I love it. So yeah, we're on the slow lines. The fast lines are the ones next to us. They could have a 100-mile-an-hour speed limit on this section. Maybe we'll do that one day. I would one day like to see the line extend beyond Woking towards Basingstoke. That would be cool. Because then you can do, because some trains go straight to Basingstoke, because you can just go shroom. That'd be great. It's got Weybridge in 3.7 miles. As we get closer, because you get all the different suburban branches will start coming in at New Malden and other places. So New Malden, there's another one at Norbiton. I think there's different places like that where the branches come in. Then Wimbledon's just going to be really busy. And then Clapham Junction, of course, and then London Waterloo. So that's good. I love London Waterloo. I have very fond memories of the suburban side of sort of Southwest trains. I think this is an SWR branding. Yes, it is. But no, South West trains, I used to travel on them quite a lot. Sort of on a Saturday, go up to London, spend far too long at Clapham Junction just watching all the trains, seeing the Gatwick Express fly through, and then visiting family in the southwest of London, which is very cool. 455. And straight through. Where's this? West Byfleet. Lovely. Bye bye train. It's a very foggy day. Visibility is not what I'd call fantastic. We'll see if that changes at all as the scenario progresses. Also approaching 90 miles an hour. And these are express units, so they're not really built for getting up to speed quickly, but they can sustain it. If you took something like a 700 and did this, we'd have been at 90 minutes ago, because those things accelerate like there's no tomorrow. But this, it takes a bit longer to get up to speed, but we're designed to go long distance, so acceleration isn't the most important thing. So I imagine in reality, stick one of these on a stopping service like this, and you're not actually going to stick to the timetable that well. Is that Byfleet and Newhall? Yep. I think that's the one it is. Oh, paused it just as we're speeding. Oh dear, that's not good. We don't want to be speeding. As soon as I press resume, throttle off, throttle off, throttle off. We got it. We got it. This line goes off that way. I wanted to see a rail tour. Union South Africa was coming off this branch and joining Byfleet and Newhall. I wanted to see it, but it was on the hottest day of the year last year. And I was like, nah, I am not going out and seeing that in that heat. No thanks. It's a shame really, I've only ever seen Union of South Africa once. And now I probably won't ever again. Because its boiler ticket is going to expire. But hopefully Sir Nigel Gresley will be returning to the rails one day. It's a 450 on a Weybridge train, the long way round. And here we are. Coming in nice and slowly, probably a bit too slowly, but on time. That's the most important thing, I think. Are we stopping at the end of the platform? We've got we've got an S-car marker. We'll stop there because we've got 5 coaches. Not only have we got 5 coaches, we've got 5 coaches that are longer than your typical suburban coaches. So any 4-car marker is probably going to be too short for us. And here we are in good time. That will do. I'm happy with that. Okay, good. Throw into neutral so it doesn't argue with me whilst we're sat here. I do love Desiros. And I've sat in the cab of a 450 at the Southampton depot day. That was cool. Very sort of tightly packed cabs, as you can imagine. With this, it's very tightly packed. But it works. It works. Come on, people, get on. Oh, that's very zoomed in. I'd love to see a train come around the corner right now. That'd be good. Apparently not. That's not happening. Okay. And there's nothing due on the fasts either. We've got a red signal. Being overtaken by another Desiro would be cool. Come on! Right, doors are closing. Look ourselves into forwards again. And depart. Walton-on-Thames, 2 miles. See those motors. Nice low down camera. I love these sorts of cameras. More trains should have cameras like this, I think. So like an action cam. Watch the wheels spinning. Steam trains especially need this sort of camera. Alright. Might as well full throttle it. Thankfully it's not autumn, otherwise we'd be slipping like mad. It'd be cool to look back and just see a train approaching. Dun 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 dun. Maybe like cinematic 100, that would. Especially if we got rid of the HUD, you know. But not today. Make sure we keep an eye on what we're doing. Is there a train in the distance? Oh, there's one. Get it from this way. And going past now. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. That is awesome. Right, let's keep an eye on what I'm doing. Bolton-on-Thames isn't that far away. And let's get back in the cab. As you can see, our speed's building quite slowly, so the more stops we do, sort of less efficient we're being, really. Then again, considering most of this is done with 455s, back before they had their motor changes, it probably wouldn't have been much better. 450! Lovely. Right, let's come off the power. Let's start braking. I'm starting to think we're going to be allowed onto the fasts, because no trains have been allowed on them to overtake us at the moment. 159s! Nice! Hearing those roar through Clapham Junction is always good fun. Bolton-on-Thames. I haven't really nailed the start-stop of this, have I? I'm coming in way too slowly. I could come in a lot faster. I'm just nervous. I don't overshoot. Yeah, we can stop there. We can stop there, hopefully. That's it. Nailed it! This is Bolton-on-Thames. This is a South Western Railway service to... London Waterloo, yeah. I just love the way it says that. London Waterloo. Like, they could clearly fit London Waterloo scrolling on there, but no. London Waterloo. What does it say on the side? So it says London Waterloo here, but then the front says London Waterloo. Come on. Let's get going. Where have you come from? Get on, hurry up. Nah, you missed it. You missed it. And away we go. I need to drive a 450 at some point as well. And a 350. The 350 scenarios are on over Shap, and the trouble is they take like an hour and a half to record, or drive, or just anything in general. I need the time for that. It'll be fun one day. Do a 350. We are not accelerating very quickly, are we? We're really not. Well, what's going on here? It's reflecting what, the grass from outside? I don't know. Oh well. I've been on a 444, as I mentioned last time, going down to Southampton. I'm trying to think if I went on one of the past, because I have been down Weymouth Way once in my childhood, but for the life of me I cannot remember what type of train I went on, because it's probably old enough that it could have either have been a 444 or a 442. I have no idea which it was. My memory's not good enough for that. I don't know if any photos exist. If they do, I'll find out one day, I guess. But if not, who knows? Who knows? So 80 limit, then a 90. So we're not even going to make it up to 80 anyway. So just keep going for 90, I think. Surbiton. It's the next stop. Quite a big station. So, whoa! My camera keeps doing that. I don't know if it's a new mouse I've got, because I did buy a new mouse a few months ago now. But every now and then what it will do is, if the camera, if the game lags, it goes, whoa! Like, it throws the camera way off. Normally, if you can do that just by holding shift. So, warning for lots of movie flashy lights. Woohoo! I wonder if that destroyed the bitrate. Oh my god! It's that moment! It's that moment! It's that moment! Yes! No, don't do that. Do that. We're going faster than it, aren't we? Come on, keep up. I need to make sure we stop as well. Nowhere to stop at. Good. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's taking a lot longer and being a lot less dramatic than I thought it would be. Yes, hey Dead West, go away. Why is that going off? Oh, please don't tell me there's signals in front of us. Oh no. Come on, I want to do the awesome thing. So he gets it. Need to keep on the signals. Oh dear. Yeah, that's... Stop lagging. Come on. That's definitely a single yellow. Right. Slam the anchors on, which should mean this is a lot easier to do. Can I see what I'm doing, please? Thank you. And hopefully we'll stop before the red signal. Nice. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. Right, how are we doing in terms of the signal? We're doing good. Bye, train. Oh, are we going on the fast in front of you? Maybe. Or is a train coming off the Hampton Court branch? That is another possibility. Considering the junction's right there, that would seem likely. No, he's got a red as well. Whatever junction this is has also got a red. Oh no, we are going on to the fast, okay. Nice. So I'll be following that train in. I would not want to take this at 60. That does not seem like a good idea. Oh well. So now we've got to be careful because there's a train in front of us, but if it's going fast, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh yeah, that's the junction there. Still, nothing. Oh well. Right, speed limit's 85 on the fasts. Not that we're going to make it. We've got Surbiton in just over a mile. Just got a double yellow. That's all good. Cleared the slows up as well, so maybe there is a Hampton Court train. Although, even though we're going to go faster than it. Yes, I know. Just means at the moment I'm not cleared out of Surbiton, but I'm stopping there anyway, so, you know, doesn't really make much difference. And I suspect we're just going to be chasing this train for a short while. The stop will mean it gets out of the way. Because it probably go fast through Clapham as well, so the only place we might catch up to it is if it gets stuck outside Waterloo, which is likely. Trains always get queued up outside Waterloo. I stopped that so quickly it didn't even beep. Look at that. And signal's just gone green. Is that a Hampton Court train? I wonder. Oh no, it's Woking. Nice. Do love 455s. There goes the camera again. I need to figure that out. I don't know what causes it. I don't know if it's just like the combination of the mouse moving combined with lag just makes it think like I've moved it a lot more than I have. I don't know. But every time there's a lag spike and I've got my hand on the mouse, it happens. And welcome to Surbiton, where I'm going to sail straight past the stopping point. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Nailed it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We need a screenshot to celebrate this momentous occasion. Don't we just? Of course we do. Need all the screenshots. I hear another train. Nice. Can we get him in the screenshot? I think it has to be done. Here's a challenge for you. Go back throughout all my videos and work out how much time I've wasted taking screenshots. Don't actually do that, please. That would take forever. Don't do that. It's not a number we need to know. Clapham Junction, 8 miles. Come on, give me the ding ding. And away we go. Will we get clear on into Clapham Junction? Maybe. We'll find out. I don't want to look at the map and see what that other train's doing, because I consider that spoilers. the map is spoilers for what's coming up. That's it. I love these trains so much. I just love trains, especially because it's because for me, when I was young, it's just a train that went through Clapham Junction, and any train that's ever gone through Clapham Junction just puts a smile on my face. So it's just one of those. And controversial as SWR themselves may be, I do like the new livery. It's a shame that such a different brand is attached to such a bad service. Oh well. I'm not a fan of the stripes. The stripes aren't great, like the striped version of the SWR livery, but the plain one I do like. I don't think we've seen a proper reskin of it yet. It's very tricky because you've got 2 different door colours essentially, and a lot of trains are mapped so they've only got 1 door colour. You might get away with it on the 444 because the front door has got this weird orange bit on it from the swoosh, so maybe you can get away with it on this, but the 450 you've got to have 2 different door colours, and that gets tricky. That gets tricky. And that's the thing with liveries getting more complicated. You get more and more door colours on the same train, like Avanti, the 390. That's got 2 different door colours on it. It's interesting. It's interesting. I still like Chiltern because they've still got like a gradient on their doors, like a different colour from top to bottom. It still gets away with being compliant. It's good. It's good because doors have just got to be contrasting. That's sort of the general shtick these days, which is fine, of course. It allows doors to be easily seen by anyone who's visually impaired or stuff like that, and loud alarms so hearing impaired can find them. But yeah, it's good. It all works out. So a nice livery that incorporates that sort of style of door into it nicely is pretty good. Like, this works. This works. You see the scenery starting to build up now, because we are getting closer and closer to London. Well, technically we're in London now, we're in the London zones. In fact, if we look here, New Malden, they're zone 4, so we are steadily making our way into London. It will not take long for everything to be built up, and we'll be travelling straight into the heart of London. Stick ourselves to 75 if we can. They were catching up to a slow train, and that was New Malden, so it's probably come off the Shepperton branch, which is my favourite branch of all the suburban network, southwest suburban network. The Shepperton branch is lovely because it comes off the Kingston Loop, and then yeah, that's not too bad. What we got? Oh, epic action! 456's 444's lag. Look at it. And a 455 just to finish it all off. Very nice. Very nice. If only it wasn't laggy. Oh dear. Got the best simulator in the world, and I reckon it still wouldn't cope with Clapham Junction and the suburban London area. There is so much going on. I'm definitely catching up with the train on the slows. And considering that's going to be stopping at stations along the way, we should definitely catch up to it. And we've got very short signal blocks, especially look at the HUDs. The signal blocks are very short, and it makes learning a route like this quite challenging, because you've got to know how far you've got to stop. Because normally on a big intercity route, if you've got a double yellow, single yellow, you've got miles to think about slowing down. But here, we've got 3 signals in the space of a mile, which is just nuts. It's ridiculous. Oh, we're at Wimbledon. I think we are at Wimbledon. Yes, this is Wimbledon. Welcome to Wimbledon. Should be tube trains over there. It probably isn't, because it's just an AP scenario and there's none that readily available. No, but there should be tube trains over there. District line, isn't it? I believe so. Which means we'll be going past the Wimbledon depot shortly. Hello, train. This is where the line rearranges itself, so the slow line, which is to our left, goes up, crosses over. So instead of having slow, fast, fast, slow now, we have fast, fast, slow, slow, which arranges us better for the approach into London. So you have the fast platforms and the slow platforms from Clapham Junction onwards, essentially. So yeah, that's the slow lines. Over there. All the trains probably out after the rush hour. That and having 100 trains stood there would make it lag like there's no tomorrow. Which is good. Less than 2 miles to go to Clapham Junction. I see a 455. And a 456. And a 444. Oh yes. Lovely. Who even needs a frame rate? That was a station. One of them. I don't know. 15 limit through Clapham Junction. Clapham Junction, as much as I love it, it is a bottleneck. It's a big station. Very busy. But the southwestern platforms are a bottleneck. And so are the sort of southern platforms on the far side. The speed limit is so low through the platforms that it does cause problems. And it would be interesting one day to see if they start bringing the speed down. See if they try and rebuild Clapham Junction one day, because it will need it eventually. Capacity demands, etc. They'll need more platforms, more trains per hour, and higher speed limits. Like dropping down to 15. It's just not ideal. Like I should be able to branch, even though I'm stuck, because trains that go straight through go through on a different platform at 50 miles an hour, I think. But we should be able to, even if we're stopping, branch off, still doing 50, 60 miles an hour and come into a stop. Coming down to 15 outside the station, which I'm probably going to struggle to reach because I've been too busy talking about it. It's not ideal. You can see we're going off here. I call 18 close enough. Because it also holds up the slows behind us. That's it. Welcome to Clapham Junction. We were here in the comeback special. No, we weren't. We haven't been here yet. I was thinking comeback special London Brighton. No, we haven't. We started at London Bridge. We haven't been here yet. So welcome to the return of Clapham Junction. Yeah, that's the one. Words. Who even needs them? Right, stop. Slam the anchors on. Almost made the marker. You can tell we're in London now. Frame rate's just completely gone. Let's watch the action unfold. Spent many an hour stood here. Not inside a post. That's not where I've stood. You've got 377s, you've got 455s. It's just non-stop at this station. It's always non-stop. And this doesn't even show off all of it, I don't think. We're still getting a good amount. Oh, yes. Nice. He's very quiet. I'm starting to think that there's so much going on. Audio doesn't even want to work anymore. God, the frame rate's just atrocious, isn't it? Oh well. Still hear more trains. Ah, there's a 377 coming in. There we go. So busy! Let's see, right over here. Quite a long dwell time, I think, as well for trains here. Especially on the southwestern side. Southern's a bit quicker. And there's the other lines. They go off towards Reading and Windsor and stuff. So that's cool. There's no overground here. There would be overground if all the AI was in. Look at that. It's just so many tracks. It's nuts. I wonder if that signal, that feather there, is ours. No, it's not ours. Ours is one of those. God, Southern's just not stopping. Cannot wait for the Electrostar EP. It is shaping up very nicely, based on the posts we've seen and stuff. I cannot wait. You're going to get a lot of videos on it. That you are. We are allowed to leave. Let's do it. Just under 4 miles to London Waterloo now. Not stopping at Vauxhall. Let's just lag our way out of here. Are we running at the same time as everything else? Yes, we've got 2 trains leaving. One's got a 456 on the back. Yes, I'm speeding. Pay it no mind. And a 455 coming in. It's just non-stop. I want to do a time lapse one day. I want to go to Clapham Junction and just a time lapse of all the trains. Alright, up to speed. Probably catch up to that 455 in a minute. And the 456 combo. Because that will stop at Vauxhall. Anything to the left of us will also stop at Queenstown Road, probably. Ding. $60 miles an hour. I'm just trying to think, are we going to get a clean approach into Waterloo or not? You can never quite tell. You can never quite tell. 450. This must be set right when SWR took over. I'm practically the only train with the new logo on it, which is interesting. Lines everywhere now. Overground's sort of heading off that way towards Denmark Hill. The Brighton Main Line's going to cross over us here. I'm going to start speeding. There's Queenstown Road, Battersea. And Battersea Power Station. If it wasn't foggy, you could just about see it over there. That's it. That was the southeast. That was because there's 2 lines here. One's southeastern, the other one's usually overground. I think that's how that usually works. And then, of course, we have the curve. Oh, mouse. This curve that's coming down now is what the Eurostars used to get into Waterloo International back in the day. And I've been on it in a 375, and it's a 395, 375. Because when they were doing engineering works on the southeastern side of things, they diverted 375s into London Waterloo, and that was amazing. It's probably the first trains that have regularly used that curve in the longest time, and it was so cool being able to see it, like see the old Eurostar route. And I wish trains would use it more regularly. It's a very nice connection, and having, say, like a peak hour service, a southeastern service out of Waterloo, would be very cool. We do not have clearance into Waterloo. There we do, now we do. Just saw it pop in on the HUD. This is Vauxhall. I've caught up to that other train. There's a service heading to somewhere with its doors open. You got a bit of a problem with your doors, mate. Got a bit of a problem with your doors. Call back win. Oh, good fun. Good fun. Spent many hours at Vauxhall as well. Yes, in the distance, the clown's office. Lovely. We won't pay any mind to that. We're just going to make our way round into Waterloo. We've got 15 limit coming in, which is great. More 444s. A clean run in though. That's not too bad. Right now, dudes be getting yellows, reds, crawling in. When there's disruption, you cannot imagine how long you can spend waiting to get into Waterloo. If you've been on the network, you know it. If you haven't, you can't imagine. And I remember when there was a fault once somewhere else. It took, like, literally half an hour to do Clapham Junction to Waterloo, which is what, taken us a few minutes. It's ridiculous. When this line breaks, it breaks big time. Probably during scenarios like this where I'm speeding my way into London. That's probably never a good idea. We got it. We got it. A shame it's foggy. The London Eye looks ridiculously bad in this fog. But there it is. Oh, we're accelerating for a second there. So it was almost as if something pushed us. It didn't, but it felt like it. Let's actually get back up to 15. And welcome to London Waterloo. We are due into platform 15. And that'll be the end of our journey. We will have done the entire Portsmouth Direct line in a matter of a few days. Or if you've watched these back to back, what, hour, couple hours maybe? That's not too bad. God, look at this. Stuff everywhere. The ex-international platforms as well, looking fabulous. That's where the 375's terminated. It's because when I was a child, I used to go into Waterloo and see the Eurostars sat in these platforms to the left. Being on them in a 375 was very bizarre. And here we are, London Waterloo. The biggest station in the country, I believe. Which is just mad. It's absolutely mad. Oh, we're crossing over. Such a complicated track work coming into here. This track work is literally too complicated for TS to handle. It doesn't render it all properly. There is too much track work going on here for it to realistically render. It's ridiculous. And here we are. We're probably going to get a massive echo the second we step in here. Yep, there it is. Right, let's bring our speed down below 10. Got TPWS grids in front of us. And here we are. You can go through the station, keep walking over a bridge and end up in Waterloo East. It's very nice. Got the Waterloo and City line beneath us. Got people walking around in circles, typical Londoners. And here we are. Right, let's get that into... Yeah, that'll do. Doors. Turn that off. Turn everything... What did you... What the hell did that... Run, 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 run. What the... Oh dear. Bloody Londoners. Jeez. Anyway. That was a run on the Portsmouth Rat Line. Just finishing it off there. Something a little different, having a 444 and a Basingstoke stopper. Yes, it was. That guy's still walking around inside the train like a weirdo. Oh, is she going to come and join as well? Who knows. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this one. And I will see you in the next video. Dude, stop it!